Hi Taurus, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your December 2022 tarot reading. Thanks to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, take out the growth spread as always, and also hold the 4 agreements, wisdom, the oracle, and Mudra card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Alright, well, we have you, so definitely focus on yourselves. This month, we just had that full moon eclipse in your sign recently, so I'm sure that was probably pretty significant for you. And we also have Uranus, so that's also in your sign, as you guys well know by now. And speaking of that eclipse that just happened recently, that was actually conjunct Uranus too. So yeah, definitely looks like there's going to be a lot of focus on yourselves this month. And we also have 9, so 9th house energy. For you guys, that's actually Capricorn. And of course, as we get toward the end of December, we're actually going to be starting Capricorn season. And toward the end of December, there's going to be a Mercury retrograde in Capricorn as well. So it makes sense to see that come up too. All right, so starting with the main spread. In the main situation position, we have the 2 of Wands and the Chariot. And then challenging that, we have the Tower. So for some of you, you might actually want to have a fresh start somewhere, possibly around your careers, or possibly even just as simple as maybe you want to get into a new environment, right? Maybe hit a little bit of a reset button, go on a vacation somewhere. But with the Tower, challenging that could just be saying that you might find that there's some blockages there, or for some of you, it might be the other way around, saying that it's possible that this Tower moment was actually that spark that led you to realize that you would like a fresh start somewhere. Like I said, for some it could be more minor as far as just getting away, taking a little bit of a vacation, just get a change of scenery. But for others of you, it could be more significant as far as possibly changing career paths and things along those lines. All right, in the foundation position, we have the 6 of Swords. So yeah, for some of you, this could be an indicator that you've already been taking steps to do just that, to get away, for a little bit. This is Aquarius energy, which is related to your career and social status. So for some of you, it could be a career-focused thing, or maybe you've just been feeling a little bit overworked, right? So maybe feeling the need to take a step back in that regard. But that's what I see with that. All right. In the past position, we have the Page of Pentacles. So this could just be saying that you might have felt like a goal that you had in mind was a little bit out of reach, right? So maybe that's why you were pushing yourselves to try to get there. And maybe there was a point where you felt like you were close to the goal, but there might have been that Tower moment that could have shaken things up for you guys. And maybe that was during the eclipse that we had in your sign recently that we were talking about. All right. In the present position, we have the 5 of Pentacles reverse, 6 of Wands reversed, and the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So seeing all 3 of these here, I feel like this is saying it's a bit of a sobering perspective you've taken on things, but probably a realistic outlook too, right? Where the 5 of Pentacles in reverse is saying, okay, maybe you're not necessarily in the worst position financially, but you also might feel like you're not being recognized and appreciated to the level that you'd like to be, right? And you could feel like there's a lack of new offers coming your way. So that could be the energy you guys are in right now. Okay, in the near future position, we have the King of Swords. So Aquarius energy again here. So for a lot of you, this can represent your energy and saying that you're going to be feeling a lot more decisive about what you want your next steps to be. For others of you, this can represent someone in your environment as well, though. And if that's the case, like let's say if it's a boss, for example, that to me this says that you're going to have some communication with them around your situation. All right, the position of your influence on the situation, we have the Ace of Wands. So yeah, definitely looks like you're in the energy and in the mood for something new, right? So like I said, for some of you, it could be more of a minor thing like vacation. Others of you might be like, I kind of want to switch career paths, right? So it's going to vary between all of you. But yeah, definitely looks like there's that spark within you that has this idea like, okay, I want to take on something new. In the environment position, we have the Ten of Wands. So for some of you, you might feel like that's why, right? You might feel like you've reached the end of a road around the situation where you feel like, okay, I can't really go any further on this path, right? I've achieved everything there is to achieve, right? And now I'm ready for a new set of challenges. All right. In the hopes or fears position, we have the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy, and the World, which I sometimes view as North Node and Saturn energy. So to see these two things here, I feel like this is saying that you are ready to get to that point, right, where you feel like you've reached a goal. You have the successful completion. So for some of you, for example, let's say if you're in college, right, or trying to get some kind of certification of some kind, or whatever the case may be, you could just be saying that you're hoping to get to the end of that soon, right? Like, okay, you feel like you've paid your dues, you put in a lot of work toward it, and now you're just ready to reap the rewards of that work. Yeah, and for others, you just could just be an indicator of you just wanting to take on a new challenge, right? See a new thing, and take comfort in the fact that okay, you pushed this one goal as far as you could. Now it's time to move on to the next thing. Okay, and in the outcome position, we have the Page of Swords and the Lovers. So, seeing these two energies coming up here, I could just be saying that especially when we get to that full moon in Gemini, which will be around, I think, the 10th or so of December, give or take a couple of days. I could just be saying that when we get to that full moon in Gemini energy, you might actually feel like you're ready to communicate around what you want your next steps to be. So like I said, for some of you, this could definitely be a financially related thing, since Gemini energy for you guys is your second house of finances. But we also see the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck there too. So for some of you, this could actually be around a love relationship, right? So maybe you guys have been really pushing hard toward a goal within your work lives, and maybe you started to feel like it wasn't as fulfilling as it might have been at one point, right? So maybe you even feel like, okay, financially, yes, I have what I need financially, but it's not really fulfilling me the way it used to, and that could be what might make you think, well, maybe I actually should make room for a relationship in my life, right? So that could be kind of the crossroads that you guys are at now. All right. Moving on to your Four Agreements card, we have Always Do Your Best, and it says your best is changing all the time. Okay, it says your best will depend on whether you are refreshed in the morning or tired at night. Your best will be different when you are happy as opposed to upset, or healthy as opposed to sick. Under any circumstances, simply do your best and you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. So definitely a pretty positive message there, right? And maybe that's, like I said, maybe this is a realization that some of you are going to be coming to this month, right? Where maybe you had been pushing yourselves too hard, right? And being hard on yourselves in the process. Like, okay, why is this level of effort not getting me the results it used to in the past, right? Things along those lines there. So hopefully that resonated with you. All right. And then moving on to your Wisdom of the Oracle card, we have 2 to See. There's the artwork and the number 7. So yeah, this could definitely be an indicator, right? That for those of you who do want to get a change of scenery, that could be an indicator that maybe just taking a little bit of a vacation, stepping away from your work, may actually be the reset that you need right now. But we'll see what it says in the book. Okay, central meaning says being in flow, returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together, a natural pattern of events. The Oracle's message: isn't it wonderful when you feel yourself in the flow of life, when events and conditions seem to engage you in a way that is fluid and effortless? This card reminds you that going with the flow is exactly what you need to do right now. Ride the wave of opportunity formed by perfect conditions. Allow trust and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life. So yeah, definitely a pretty positive message there. And yeah, that could be an indicator of what we're saying as far as with the eclipse energy, especially given that we saw Uranus and Taurus come up with your dice, right? Could just be saying that given that the eclipse was in your sign, that there could have been some shifts there for sure. Now you just need to flow on to the next thing. The relationship message says there are points in a relationship when you have to decide to go with the flow rather than dictate the course you share with another. Can you let go of the need to have things your way and allow the relationship itself, your combined goals and desires, to steer the ship? Can you both transcend your personalities and allow the partnership to form its own identity, its own energy? Now's the time to relax and see where this mutual journey leads. So yeah, definitely a pretty positive message there too. This didn't necessarily feel like too much of a romantic relationship reading until we did see maybe toward the end with the Lovers and the Two of Cups, but hopefully that resonated if that's the case. And the prosperity message says everything seems to work out when you stop scrambling and allow the sea of opportunities to wash over you and wake you up to your most prosperous potential. To get into that flow, you need to address your beliefs about abundance and money. The true meaning of your personal currency lies in your skills, your talents and abilities, and most importantly, your core beliefs. Everything flows from your inner world and it's reflected in the outer one. When grateful to serve, you align your prosperity consciousness with a higher consciousness, you can expect miracles. Everything you need will come to you easily. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there because, like I said, for some of you, maybe that's what it was, right? Where you might have been putting so much energy into your work lives and feeling like, well, this isn't as fulfilling to me as it might have been at one point, right? So maybe that's shifting how you view your work lives, and maybe that's where that desire for change is coming from as well. So hopefully that resonated. And lastly, we have a mudra. So this is your mudra here. It's the Hamsi mudra, and the keyword for it is illumination. All right, let's see if we can get that to focus. There we go. All right, let me get everything in the frame. Okay, so under benefits, it says removes obstacles in one's life, eases depression and sadness, evokes feelings of lightness and laughter, benefits the lungs and large intestine, improves the assimilation of nutrients and elimination of waste. So that sounds like a mudra you think would be beneficial for you guys. I will put the name in the description of the video as always. I hope you guys have a good holiday season. I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.